It is Tuesday, October 1st, 2024. Tanner, Drew, and Laura, we are live.
Yeah.
Ahoy, hoy.
Ahoy, hoy.
I want to start with some good news today. We were going to play this last week, but we ran out of time. There was so much going on. We got this on Thursday of last week from Downtown Tina Brown.
Good morning, Brew Crew. This is Downtown Tina Brown. I am celebrating 20 years clean off of meth today.
Hey!
I could not be more prouder of myself. I bought my whole Postal Crew donuts today, and I will celebrate. Have a great day, you guys. Love you so much.
How great is that?
That is awesome.
20 years sober from the old meth on last Thursday, I guess.
Yeah, that's something to celebrate for sure.
Yeah.
Arguably the hardest drug to get off of.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Right?
there are others that are right there in the running, but that is, I mean, we see like 1% of people get all the way back from that.
Yeah, it steals souls.
Yeah, it really
It's not
does.
an easy journey, so.
I mean, many of us have seen the website facesofmeth.com, and you can see the progression with just in like 5 years.
Heartbreak.
It makes them look like they aged 20 in just a few years. So it is sad and great to see Downtown Tina Brown sober and clean from it for 20. I would never have known.
Ooh, me either.
Yeah, she's done a good job of riding the ship a
Yeah.
long time ago and then staying there. You know, it's about having a long-term plan. That's what's tough.
I think that's huge. So I figured we'd start with some good news this morning, and we'd like to know from you, how long have you been sober, and what'd you do to kick the habit? Was it picking up, like, did you start eating candy more?
And a lot of people, they
Yeah.
come off drugs, they got to have a bag of candy or
Sure,
they got
yeah.
sunflower seeds.
Yeah,
or
something to keep them
something.
busy, right?
Ripping
Yeah.
jerky.
You can shoot us a talkback message. How long have you been clean, like Downtown Tina Brown? Has it been 20 years or longer? Or maybe just a couple? Even that's a huge win, right?
Yeah, I
is.
mean, one day at a time when it comes to that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, so.
Shoot us a talkback message. Just download the iHeartRadio app for your cell phone, and then once you have the brew streaming, press the microphone button to record something. How long have you been sober, and what'd you do to kick it?
And now, the big story.
It's now time for the big story, where we go around the room sharing what we think the biggest stories of the day are. Who would like to go first?
I can go first.
All right.
So, Green Day's music has now been banned at 2 Las Vegas radio stations after Billy Joe Armstrong called the city an S-hole. He's bitter about the Oakland A's leaving Oakland.
Yeah, he even mentioned it at the concert here in Portland.
Yeah, and he did it again in San Francisco. And when he made mention of it at the show, he said, "We don't take crap from people like John Fisher, who is the A's owner. I hate Las Vegas. It's the worst S-hole in America."
Yeah.
And people in Las Vegas were like, "Whoa, bro!" Like, what
And
do
he
you
was
got?
really crisp about it. Like, it's the worst in America. You know how, like,
Yeah.
when you're like comedians are really crisp about it?
Sure, yeah.
Like,
he
he was
wanted to
super
get
crisp.
his point across.
But when you're talking about sports, isn't there a caveat there? Like you can say, I hate Detroit, but you're talking about it
Yeah, it's kind of like
tongue-in-cheek
I
a
guess,
little.
but it's
right.
not like the people of Las Vegas. Like, if
he said
my,
worse about the whole country.
But if my
Yeah.
favorite,
Yes.
true, if my favorite artist said F Detroit, I'd be like, are you serious? Like, really? Like, I'd probably still listen to their music, but I'd be like, it would like make
Bum you
me
out a little
respect
bit.
them less.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I mean, I think if I'm a radio station and you're like, oh, you don't like Vegas? Cool. We don't like you either. See you later.
and I would assume this is a stunt. You know,
Yeah,
they-
that's
I'm
100%.
sure.
6
Yeah,
months they're gonna play.
yeah.
They're
See
gonna
you
play Green
later.
Day again.
I mean, I would guess in weeks.
Yeah,
they're gonna be
probably
playing
right.
Green Day.
Probably not even that.
Billy called and everything's fine.
It does make it awkward though to like do a show in Las Vegas now. Be like, sorry guys, I didn't mean what I said about all of you. Thanks for buying
Fans
tickets.
forget.
Yeah.
I think the big story of the day is that check scams have prompted banks to lower their deposit limits. So maybe you tried to deposit a big chunk of change into the bank and you weren't able to. It's because due to an increase in check fraud, some banks are lowering their mobile deposit limits.
Okay.
I mean,
Hold
I
on,
guess
take a
that I guess that checks out because I mean, if people are walking in and they're like, "Hey, I got this check for $100,000. Do you want cash this real quick?"
Well, Fidelity Investments has dramatically cut the limit from $100,000 to $1,000
Whoa,
for certain
that is a
customers after
lot.
a trending scheme resulted in a number of bad checks being cashed. We talked about that recently, right? That TikTok scheme. They say, quote, "We recently identified individuals attempting to commit fraud using Fidelity accounts," Fidelity spokesperson said. "We have a no-tolerance policy for anything like this." So
Of course. And
Yeah.
you'd think it'd be more locked down. It's pretty sketchy. The big story to me, guys, is yesterday was just a day full of sports death. Dikembe Mutombo, who's an all-time great center. He also waved his finger at everyone he blocked. There's great stories about this guy, not just the humanitarian stuff, but some of the stuff off the court with his teammates. But it was the afternoon blow that made it a day to remember, or maybe a day to forget, as Pete Rose, baseball's career hits leader and fallen idol, might I add, passed away at the age of 83. Now, Pete Rose, if you don't remember, he's the one who gambled on the game and was banned for life. But before that, in the heyday of Pete Rose, this guy was on another level. I mean, I was talking to guys who are older than us, but that was their childhood idol. That's why they dove head first into second base. And Pete Rose was great before he was fallen. Tip of the cap to the big dog.
May he rest in peace.
Pete Rose. I mean, he got a little slimy in the older years. But, when you're kicked out of the game, you love. I mean, he bet on his team while he was coaching it. So
that's a bad look.
supposed to
not
do
gonna
that.
be great. No,
Maybe
no.
not.
All right, hold on. I'm dying over here.
Get out the glove.
It'll all come out of there eventually.
Everything's fine until the mics go on.
And then
Of course.
Glar's clock.
This hour's keyword for your chance at $1,000 in cash. Let's hook you up with some money. The keyword is check. So drop what you're doing right now. Go to 1059thebrew.com. As soon as you get there, a box is going to pop up. Type in the keyword check, and then all you have to do after that is keep an eye on your cell phone because we could call you back in a few minutes with $1,000.
Nice. Boom, boom.
Pretty nice, all right? Check to 1059thebrew.com.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
All right, the Cash Squatch is here with the $1,000 in cash to help you out with some bills or whatever. I mean, holidays are creeping up on us, so
Oh, they're coming quick.
God.
so that money
wanna talk
can be used
about
for
it.
that.
Yeah.
$1,000 right now. All you got to do is go to the website 1059thebrew.com and enter the keyword check. Very simple. A box will pop up as soon as you get there. Type in check, and then keep it on your cell phone because we could call you back within minutes with the cash. All right, Drew's got sports coming up here in minutes. What do you have?
A big Monday Night Football doubleheader and a crazy play you got to hear about.
That is coming up right after Eddie Money. Happy Tuesday. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be...
Drew.
Well, we talked a little bit about it earlier, but Pete Rose and Dikembe Mutombo passing away yesterday. Hopefully we don't get that in threes thing and lose somebody massive. I'm not even going to name one of my idols because it's just not happening today. But Pete Rose, one thing I'd like to add about the guy, he had 4,256 hits in Major League Baseball. That's more than anyone else ever. And he was also the stealing base champ. He was called Charlie Hustle, even though that's not his name. Jared Goff last night looking good for Laura and her Lions, which was something we needed to see after the inept game in the opener, which we'll get into in a second. But Goff went perfect on the game. Now, Dan Campbell felt bad afterwards, the head coach, because he did not give him one of the game balls in the locker room. You're supposed to give it to the four best players of the night. He threw a perfect game in football. It's something that's never happened when somebody's he's thrown 18 or more passes. Not just that, though. He also was a part of another touchdown. It's a play they like to call the Philly Special, and it sounded like this.
Seattle's got to make a stop. Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to throw it back to Goff. Who had that on the bingo card? Touchdown Lions.
And just like that, it's a blowout victory, 42-29, the final there. And in the other game, I'm just pointing this out because even though it was a snoozer, at the end of the game, it was an absolute head-scratcher to me that the Tennessee Titans had the game won. All they had to do was kneel the ball out. But the game happened to be just under the over-under point spread for Vegas, and they kept playing. It was criminal. Like 5 or 6 extra plays. They scored the touchdown. It went over. It covered my bet, but I will tell you, if you ever thought a game was rigged, I'm sure it'll be on TikTok this afternoon or on your gram, but I don't know about all that jazz. You watch the end of that highlight. They could have just kneeled and won, but they scored another touchdown to cover the spread. There's your sports.
Thank you much. All right, this hour's keyword for your chance at $1,000 is check. All right, go to 1059thebrew.com. As soon as you get there, a box will pop up. Type in the keyword check, and then keep an eye on your cell phone because we could call you back within minutes with $1,000 from the cash squatch.
Squatch.
Right? It's 1059 The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes.
We got a talkback message actually on Thursday, but we just got a chance to hear it this morning from downtown Tina Brown, who on Thursday of last week was celebrating 20 years being sober from meth.
That's incredible.
The old meth.
And
So
that's
how do they,
aggressive.
what's actually in meth? Like I saw Breaking
like
Bad, but I don't know
you
what's
name
in it.
I feel like you can make it out of all sorts of crazy things.
I thought it's like bathroom cleaners and
And they're putting
Drano.
cold medicine with chemicals and terrible things. Like the actual mix of it is it's borderline deadly. And that's why when you destroy a place with a meth lab, nobody can live there.
It's ruined, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
totally
right.
torched.
Yeah.
But it also dries out the system. We looked this up not too long ago. It does a bunch of things to the way your body processes things so that your face kind of eats itself in a way, because it doesn't have the moisture and everything that it needs to succeed. Also, your teeth get rocked.
Yeah.
And it's a very, very addictive drug. And 20 years being sober from it is pretty huge. We wanted to know this morning, how long have you been sober from whatever it may be? And how'd you kick the habit? We got some talkback messages. Oh, that's what happens when you're on the drugs, I guess. Yeah, that's not what I meant to hit them. We got some talkback messages through the iHeartRadio app. You can send us one anytime. Download the app for your cell phone. Once you have the boost streaming, press the microphone button.
What's up, Brew Crew? Rube here. I used to get blacked out drunk pretty much from my 20s until my early 30s. I always used to say, I could stop drinking, but I would just drink again. Anyways, 2 years sober. I love it. I started exercising. And that really kind of is my new addiction.
Morning, Brew Crew. Zach Jones here. Today I have 4 years, 6 months, and 3 days clean.
Hell yeah!
From methamphetamine and alcohol. The only thing I had to change was everything. Love you guys.
That's great. He said the only thing that had to change was everything.
Yeah,
Which is
that's how it goes.
This is crazy. Listen to this. The success rate of crystal meth users to continue sobriety after 3 years without any rehabilitation or treatment is only 5%.
That makes total sense. And also, it's hard to get away from the influence because you're stuck with those people. They're your friends. They're your roommate. And they're the ones who are enabling you, and you're enabling them back.
Yeah, so it's like you have to, like he said,
gotta
you have
cut
to
all
change
ties.
everything about yourself, including the people you know.
Burn the boats.
Yeah.
Burn the boats. We got text messages coming in on our Lazy Boy text line. This one's from 9614. It says, first of all, congratulations to downtown Tina Brown for being clean for 20 years. I've been clean from meth for also 20 years myself. I just found my accountability with dependable people and my church.
Well, that helps.
Yeah,
and,
for
got to have people to help you. You're going to lean at some point.
This text comes from 1328. It says, good morning, Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Spent the last 3 weeks on vacation, 2.5 of it in Hawaii, celebrating not sobriety, but my wife's 20th anniversary and her second kidney transplant. All right.
That's a big deal, too. Yeah.
Hawaii's got to be pretty nice.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to line one. Hi, Michael. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you guys doing?
Doing well, my friend. Now, I believe you've come to our Bacon and Beers before, right? You're the guy. You're biker Pinocchio.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Biker Pinocchio.
Geppetto, remember Geppetto?
Right,
Whatever.
Right,
Yeah, it's all in the same lane.
But yeah, you've been sober for how long?
14 years.
Wow.
Cold turkey. No rehab. No. I didn't go to rehab. I didn't go to counseling. I didn't go see a psychiatrist. Nothing. I just put it down and was like, I'm done.
Wow, you're one of the 5%.
Yeah, I think you just at a certain point, it's like you can't get off the stuff unless you really want to, and you have to make that decision for yourself. So when the day comes that you're like, I'm done with this.
Did you bounce from the people you were around?
I cut them all off.
Yeah.
Family, friends, people that I hung, the ones that I called friends. They weren't friends.
Right.
They were there to
Your drug
bring me
buddies.
down as they were coming down.
But what was rock bottom for you?
I think using at 2:00 in the morning to be at work at 6.
Yeah,
that's
Damn.
brutal.
Yeah.
Just trying to do an all-nighter, and then you're like, I'm good, and everyone else is like, that dude is not good.
You're
over
not
there."
good. Not
I was
good.
watching a TikTok video the other day of the guy. He used to be really fat, but he lost a lot of weight. He was the dude from the Mallrats movie who went That's not a sailboat or whatever. The big fat guy.
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
also
yeah.
Remember the Titans and
American History X.
Yeah. So he was talking about how he had to do the same thing. He was addicted to heroin, and there was a heroin drought in California, and he was shooting a movie. And he said, I was running the streets looking to find just the dirtiest garbage I could find just to get through work.
Yeah.
So brutal. Like, how did
That's exactly what I was doing.
That's
just
brutal.
to get through work. I was smoking probably a teener, which is probably like $80 worth.
No, I hear him say that on Cops Lot. Just a teener.
We got a teener here.
Well, I'm glad you got sober, man. I'm really happy about that. And I see this dude at Bacon and Beer a lot, and he looks healthy. You can tell in his face.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
And I got all the stuff I've ever wanted. I got vehicles, I got motorcycles, I got a house, I got money in my pocket.
Look at that,
What-
man.
It's
what could
crazy
be
how
better?
the opportunities just start coming once you put that stuff
Well,
down.
you could have sold all that and stayed up for 7 days.
Michael, we
All
appreciate
right,
you,
you guys-
brother.
Thanks.
Yeah, you guys have a good one.
Thanks, man. You too. Let's go to line 2. People just sharing, how long they've been sober this morning and how they did it. Let's go to, is this Gary?
Yes, it is.
Gary, man, how long you been sober?
The 26th of this month, I'll have 9 years.
Nice.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Big milestone coming.
That's great, man. What were you on?
Longest I've ever had in my life. I've been a drug addict since I was 9 years old.
Oh my
Whoa.
gosh.
Wow.
What was the deepest you went? What drugs were you on?
Meth.
Meth. And you did meth at 9, or did you start with like pot?
Pot and alcohol. Then
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
I
9 years
started,
old.
I wanted to, still wanted at about 13 and started, hanging out around the older guys and yeah.
How do you
and
do that
that's
at
when I
9?
started
Like,
my
'cause
meth.
I'm pounding like Juicy Juices and Capri Suns at 9 years old.
I know. Like I got like
Yeah.
Kool-Aid squeeze it over
How are you
here.
getting alcohol and pot at 9 years old?
Friends.
Friends.
Were
The,
your parents?
the older friends that we wanted to fit in and be like.
Well, and I mean, the home life probably wasn't fantastic.
How old were you when you stole your mom's TV?
When I what?
When you, never mind.
Never mind. Well, dude, congratulations on being sober. And, do you have any advice for the people who are listening who are trying to get sober?
If they're trying to get sober, the biggest thing you got to do is change people, places, and things. Go to meetings, and when you're at meetings, get phone numbers to reach out to people that are in recovery.
All right, bud.
Look at that.
Good advice.
That is good advice.
9
Thanks.
years. Keep it up.
Appreciate you, Gary.
Thank you.
Big ups. Big ups to Gare there.
Gare Bear.
Gare Dog.
We love Gare Bear.
Text messages are coming in. This one's from 3113. It says, I have 14 years clean from meth, and I got clean by serving 10 years in federal prison.
Oh, that'll do.
There
A
you
little bit of cold
go.
concrete will sober you up.
Yeah. 1328 says, oh, no, I already read that one. Well, that's awesome, man. More of your talks and text messages coming up here in a few minutes. Also, coming up here at the top of the hour, we've got a Bacon and Beer announcement.
Finally.
Yeah, when and where is the next Bacon and Beer going down, and what are we giving away? Find out here at 7 a.m.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
1059 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. We were talking about downtown Tina Brown, one of our favorite listeners, who on Thursday of last week celebrated 20 years being sober from meth.
That's very impressive.
Pretty incredible. We did get a few talkback messages from other people sharing how long they've been sober and how they did it because, you know, it's not easy to do.
No.
Good morning, Brewski. I heard we were talking about being sober. I've been sober from heroin for about 6 years and counting. I think I just want to keep counting. So, good morning. Keep rocking on.
Dude, super stoked that you've been sober for so long.
Super stoked. It's like Chad and JT's Take Sobriety.
Yeah. Super stoked.
That's right. 6 years is great.
Morning, Brew Crew. One thing that kind of helped me when I was spiraling out of control in my teens and early 20s was the movie Basketball Diaries. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio, which is but it's about basketball players that start smoking weed, you know, and then it just progresses into how easy it is to get into the other drugs, huffing, heroin, and the acts you do to get your fix. Really helped me out.
Happy Brews Day, Brew Crew. McD calling in and giving a huge shout out to downtown Tina Brown. Congrats on your sobriety, and everybody else out there who's been calling in, congrats as well. I myself just celebrated a year and a month of alcohol-free, and it's rolling pretty smoothly. Have a great day, and happy Rocktober to all of you out there.
Now, what's trending?
Got a lot of good stuff online here, like this interview with Corey Taylor of Slipknot. He was on the Your Mom's House podcast. With Tom Segura and his wife. I really like that podcast. But Corey was talking about the Dave Grohl scandal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The love baby.
The love baby is his child outside of his marriage. Here is what Corey Taylor had to say on the ordeal.
This happening does not mean he's not a nice person, because I happen to know him as a person. It means he's got issues and up.
Yes, of course.
He's not perfect. It is going to be very difficult for his family.
Yeah, it sounds like that's probably why he canceled the festival appearance.
Yeah, and they're saying the Foo Fighters might be going on a bit of a hiatus while he works some things out, which is fair.
It makes
Just need
sense.
to mind your house and make sure that everything's good.
Stay home for a while, prove that you're not being a creep.
Prioritize your family, yeah.
I mean, because sometimes luckily in my life, I haven't had to make this mistake to do this, but maybe he forgot how much he really does want her around. And when she's like, I'm out of here, it's like that air comes out of him, and that can change. That has changed a man before.
Right.
And maybe it could change Dave Grohl.
You can check out the entire interview online, 1059thebrew.com. Just click on Tanner, Drew, and Laura. All right, a lot of stuff coming up this morning. We've got a major bacon and beer announcement coming up next, actually.
Yep.
When and where is the next bacon and beer going down? We'll tell you in less than 10 minutes. Also, another shot to win $1,000 from the Cash Squatch is coming up right after the Black Crows. Listen for the keyword to win $1,000 right here on The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Yeah. Bing bong, bing bing bong, bing 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 bong bong, bing bong, bing bing bong, bing bong, bing bing bong, bing bing bong, bing bong. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday.
Yeah.
As my grandmother Mimi would say. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Beefwater's here.
What's up?
And we're about to announce our next Bacon and Beer.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my gosh.
This is it. It's happening. Gosh. I feel like we just did one not too long ago.
We did. It does
it's
feel
not just
like
a feeling,
that.
it's a thing.
But I'm excited because, we were planning this one a couple of weeks ago. And the stuff that we came up with, we walked. I don't know about you guys, but I walked out of the meeting going like, God, I'm really excited for this.
It's gonna be the best one yet.
It could be. It has the potential. We've had some good ones. That's why I say potential. But the reason this had to happen so quickly is because you have to get it into a certain time frame to make it this type of party.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Beefwater, the last one was a lot of fun at McMenamins in Forest Grove.
I had a good time.
That was
I had a real good time.
I loved that one.
Are you going to be bringing back the paddle for this next bacon and beer?
I can't.
Stole it.
Oh, that's right.
Wait a minute. I gave it away.
Yeah, you did.
Beefwater
and then forgot about it 10 minutes later.
Beefwater was a principal, and he was paddling people at Bacon and Beer, and somebody stole the paddle from him, which he was upset about because he wanted to keep it as a souvenir.
Right.
But somebody else had the same idea.
It's going to be weird when he's patting people down on their way to their cars this time because he's not having it happen twice.
Look, it was very nice of Court to make that for me. It was fun while it lasted. And
Court lost another finger, I think, making that for you.
Next time, use a little sandpaper, though, Court. I mean, you could see a little extra effort. That thing would have been.
I know. The splinters were unnecessary.
He said it took him 20 minutes to make.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so our next Bacon and Beer. It's going down this month, which would make it I do believe, a Halloween-themed edition of Bacon and Beer.
It is, finally.
Have we done a Halloween-themed edition of Bacon and Beer before?
No.
How is that possible?
We've
you guys
done
have
Halloween
done
events.
a million bacon and beer.
It's just where it falls on the calendar, like the fact that we were like, oh, that happened quick, because it has to in order to hit it.
We've done them before, and it was either too soon to be a Halloween thing, or we just missed the boat. It's just in the way that they fall.
Like we did it. We used to do a Halloween party. Like we did one at Quarter World once. I remember we had like a costume contest there. We did one at Dante's downtown once.
Oh, that's fun.
And I think that's when Big John, one of our listeners, that was the last time he had sex.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so, hey, cross fingers.
It was a monumental evening.
It was. He told us about it because before that, it had been like 6 years, I think.
And how long has it been since
I think
that?
it's 6 years.
Oh, well.
It's been a long time.
Well, this might be his lucky day.
Yeah.
Maybe you could
It's
try
like
it
a bear
again.
coming out of hibernation.
Yeah.
This could be
stretching
it.
a yawn.
Well, he was at Trash Bandits on Saturday, one of our listeners, Big John, and I did give him a little hint. I go, we're going to announce, Bacon and Beer on Tuesday, and I will say it's a Halloween theme because he's a big fan of Halloween.
yeah.
He loves it. Like, he'll build a burning book that he can take out.
Yeah, and he got kind of excited, and you never know, maybe he can find another little something.
love.
Hey, look, he's more than a listener at this point. He's an employee.
Yeah,
He's an
he's
employee here,
employed by
we hired him 'cause
company.
he
Yeah.
shows up to every event that we do, and
He always helps us put up our stuff and tear it down. So we figured might as well
Just
put him
hire
on the
this guy.
payroll. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Big John, now an employee of the radio station.
Got a little insider information there before everyone else today.
But our next Bacon and Beer, a Halloween-themed edition of Bacon and Beer, and it's going down. Actually, should I announce the name of it first?
Of course you should. Yes.
This is Bacon and Beer, the Troutdale Chainsaw Massacre.
Hey, yeah. Oh boy.
Yes, Bacon and Beer, the Troutdale Chainsaw Massacre, going down Friday morning, October 25th. At McMenamins at McMenamins Edgefield. I was said at McMenamins in Edgefield. But
It's quite a property, so it wouldn't be too far off.
That's true. And I mean, McMenamins Edgefield, it's pretty haunted, right?
That's
so
what we've
I feel
heard.
like it's
It's
going to be
got-
the perfect place.
There's like a lot of ghost stories apparently at that place that we're going to hear this that morning, Friday, October 25th.
This is my favorite McMenamins spot. In Forest Grove, I had a great time. I loved the place. But I've stayed here a bunch of times. Like when we get away from our kids, we go here. Like, this is the spot.
Right.
This is a great place to do a bacon and beer.
Well,
I believe I read it was 72 acres they've got there.
Damn.
They have a
Seems like
pitch
a
and
lot.
putt golf course on campus.
Jeez. Well, Bacon and Beer, the Troutdale Chainsaw Massacre is going down October 25th at McMenamins Edgefield. Free bacon for everybody who shows up.
Of course.
And we've got a huge costume contest going down that morning.
That's right.
And you got a shot at huge prizes, lots of concert tickets to give away. We've got a Lazy Boy to give away. Of course, Lazy Boy was kind enough to hook us up with a brand new recliner for every Bacon and Beer this year.
It's one of my favorite things of the Bacon and Beers now. Ever since they unleashed that, we get one of those every time. I love it.
That's pretty cool.
So we'll announce a Bacon King and that Bacon King will get to sit front row in a lazy boy or queen.
Yes, or queen.
Bacon
queen.
For like 1 hour bacon and beer, and then they're qualified for the the actual chair.
Chair, yeah.
We also will have a free trip to Las Vegas. Like always, we are giving away a trip to Vegas at Bacon and Beer, and of course, it's Edgefield, so I think I'm going to stay the night before. I think I'm going to get there Thursday before Bacon and Beer and stay there.
I mean, that's a good plan, I think.
Great idea.
It'll save you a little hustle and bustle morning of.
Yeah.
You can get up, have a little leisurely cocoa, sit in your robe for a minute,
It's gonna
look
be
out
nice.
the window and just gaze about your day.
That's so funny because I stayed at the place before our other one, and we get up so early. There's not much gazing, but you're there.
Yeah.
That's the difference. You wake up and you're there,
Roll
and the
down
restaurants
easier,
are
yeah.
great.
You go to
the
bed, you're like,
ambiance.
I'm definitely putting on that robe tomorrow morning. 3:30 rolls around, you're like, actually, no time for robes.
Yeah, and when they serve drinks in the lobby, you wake up with one eye open.
Yeah.
And just for me personally, it's nice because if I stay the night, because I live so far away from there,
Right.
I'd have to wake up at 1 a.m. to get to Bacon and Beer.
And I wish you were there when we woke up last time at McMiniman's, because what was that guy who was passed out in the lobby?
Oh yeah, I heard about
I
that.
thought he was dead. I thought he was dead.
But he went to the movie theater and got hammered or something?
I don't, the way
That's what
that-
I heard. He
that-
went to go see a movie the night before, like Alien or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, they got so hammered he just slept in the lobby.
I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could just pass out somewhere in public and they just go, he'll be all right.
Just let him sleep
Look
it
at
off.
McMiniman's, they're super
We'll get
chill.
him
But that's what I
tomorrow.
like about
Yeah.
that place is chill.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. Everyone who shows up gets free bacon. We got a huge costume contest going on, and someone's going to win a free trip to Las Vegas for Bacon and Beer, the Troutdale Chainsaw Massacre. We are encouraging everyone to dress up. We're going to dress up. And Drew, you've known me for a long time. I'm not the biggest fan of dressing up for Halloween.
Yeah, and in order to dress up, it's got to be right.
I think that changes this year. I think we're gonna
be a new
convert
leaf.
Tanner into a costume-aholic.
It's a Costume Wednesday.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this, that I will be in costume. We've already been fitted.
Yes.
The whole show went out like 2 weeks ago and got fitted because we're getting like legit costumes.
Yeah, I'm going to be Punky Brewster.
Oh wow, cute.
Yeah, and we're all going to be in like legit movie style costumes.
Yeah.
And
you as
so
Punky Brewster would be pretty
you're gonna
awesome.
look adorable. I had a crush on.
I got to grow some pigtails out real quick. Tie a bandana around my knee.
I had a crush on her, so it's gonna be weird.
Oh, awkward. Yeah, don't get too handsy.
Well, you get a couple of cold pops in you. You start to look a little bit more like
Right.
It'll be fine. Just don't go rough on me.
Oh, that's weird.
Yikes.
Yeah, he's a lonely guy.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm excited. Troutdale Chainsaw Massacre at McMiniman's Edgefield, and I actually have never been to McMiniman's Edgefield.
Wait, hold on a
You're gonna
second.
love it.
What?
It's great.
Really?
Yeah, I've driven past it. Like I know where it's at. I know, but I've never been like
Yeah, dude,
at
you
a
got to go
concert
hit it up
there.
on a weekend. They're blowing glass out there. You can play a little golf. That's
great.
It is sweet.
Nothing but
soak
good
in the
things.
tub.
And they got that. I love that. There's a bar in the basement where you can play darts.
Yeah.
Play pool.
And they have that venue. Isn't Weird Al
Yeah, Weird
gonna
Al's
be
coming.
at Edgefield? Isn't
Two
that a
shows.
thing? Yes.
And I think
so,
I think
mean,
we're gonna have tickets to that show at Bacon and Beer.
I mean, we should. Missed opportunity if we don't. But I mean, it's such a cool place. It's just such a vast property. There's so much to explore. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Who's coming out to Bacon and Beer October 25th at McMiniman's Edgefield? Shoot us a text message at 98197 or a talkback through the iHeartRadio app.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
105.9 The Brew, Portland's rock station. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. And congratulations to Crystal from Portland for winning $1,000 in cash.
Are you serious? That is so amazing. Oh, my goodness. I'm so happy. Like, I'm so excited.
Oh, I bet that joy feels nice.
I would like to, yeah, I know. I'd like to know what that joy
I don't know what
feels
that's like. You could know what that's like right now, though. You could win $1,000. Just go to 1059thebrew.com and type in the keyword credit. As soon as you get there, a box will pop up. Type in the keyword credit, and we could call you back in minutes with $1,000. Good luck. All right, Drew's got sports coming up here next. What do you have?
A little piece of perfection on Monday Night Football. We'll tell you what went down.
That's coming up right after Tom Petty. Happy Tuesday. It's 7:22 on The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers.
One, two, three. And now, Brew Sports. Here's Drew.
I'm just saying, it's super weird to score touchdowns when they don't matter in the NFL. Like, at the very end of a game, it's so hard to win a game in the NFL. The Tennessee Titans hadn't won a single game before last night, and they go ahead and try and pad the stats for a touchdown. Such a head-scratcher that even the announcers were laughing about it. You know, because it was just like, okay, there are no timeouts for the other team, so that means Neal would do it. Oh, nope, they're going to run it. Oh, they're going to pass it. Okay. And it just kept going.
Drew, they were just having such a good time. They didn't want the game to end.
I wish they would get in a giggle fest like this and try and cover spreads more often, Because I can tell you what happens usually is I beg them to keep playing. They take a knee and run to the locker room because everyone gets hurt in this sport, and why wouldn't you? But maybe they just
Yeah,
wanted,
that's what I'm thinking. Why risk it? But
yeah,
maybe it's like a vendetta.
Or maybe the offensive coordinator has an extremely large bet on the over because all I know is there's no reason to do it. Maybe they just don't like the Dolphins. They don't like the bravado. They don't like the way they talk to people.
Yeah, they wanted to stick it to him.
Yeah, maybe. Well, they stuck it to him well, 31-12. In the nightcap, which was nice to have after that game, which was a snoozer most of the way, the Lions put one on the Seattle Seahawks. Now, with the Seahawks loss, if I have my numbers correct, there are 2 undefeated teams left in the NFL, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Minnesota Vikings. How is that possible? But almost blew it last week, so we're going to keep our mouth shut for now. Now, the Lions did need a big play, and it was the Philly special for Jared Goff when this happened.
Seattle's got to make a stop. Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to throw it back to Goff. Who had that on the bingo card? Touchdown Lions.
It's an age-old play. They call it the Philly special, but if you look back, Joey Harrington did do it in the Fiesta Bowl his last year at the University of Oregon, and I believe 2000. So if you want to check the history books, it should be an Oregon special. But congrats to your Lions. Win again. There's your sports.
All right, you have until 8 o'clock this morning to get this hour's keyword in and score $1,000 from the Cash Squatch. This hour's keyword is credit. So go to 1059thebrew.com right now. As soon as you get there, a box is going to pop up. Type in the keyword credit, and we could call you back within just a few minutes with the cash. Also coming up next, how early is too early to put up Halloween decorations? I mean, it's October.
Yeah.
It's not too early yet, is it? Or is it?
I don't know.
We'll take your calls after Nirvana. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner.
All right, in the last segment, we announced our next Bacon and Beer, which is going down October 25th at McMiniman's Edgefield. It's Bacon and Beer, the Troutdale Chainsaw Massacre. It's our first Halloween-themed edition of Bacon and Beer, and we're going to have a huge costume contest. Free bacon for everyone who shows up, lots of concert tickets to give away, and someone's going to win a free trip to Las Vegas.
Nice.
I suggest planning those outfits now. You know, like now that this is locked in, have that ready to go because it kills a little anxiety, and it's the longer you wait, the more crack your outfit. Don't you notice that?
Right.
Yeah, because all the good things have been taken, and you're stuck with like a spandex suit.
Yeah, that spirit store is going to look like there was a robbery.
Yeah, and
by
I mean,
the time
also,
you get there.
if you're the type of person who likes to DIY your Halloween costume, I mean...
Laura's a lot like that, yeah.
Sometimes, but I mean, it is nice, though, that it's so close to Halloween that perhaps you've already got one in the works, so just get it done a couple days early and wear it.
Yeah, you're a big fan of contacts. You like putting contacts in.
Yeah, I do, which is not good for my eyes, because I don't.
Are they hard to see out of?
Well, you buy
depending. I mean, I don't buy. You're supposed to buy like prescription lenses and have them fit to your eyeballs, which
And you don't do
I
that.
never do because I'm like I'm just wearing them for a few hours. But that's how I like burst all the blood vessels in my eyes last Halloween.
Which it's wild because I wore contacts for like 20 years or something, and you pay a pretty penny to make sure they're soft, and then when you get those, you're like, I go on Amazon, which ones can be here in 3 days?
Yeah, and it is a little scary how quickly.
It's
you
hard
can get
plastic,
them.
no worries.
Yeah,
Throw it in, it's only one night.
It's fine.
But I'm sure you looked spooky.
Always.
But we want to know this morning, when's it too early for Halloween decorations? Not your costume. It's too early for your costume.
You know,
if you walk into a Safeway,
you can't be wearing it.
Right.
With contacts and a weird costume.
Don't be wearing it.
We're not ready. We're not ready. But I was reading this thing the other day that said 2/3 of Americans think that you shouldn't be putting up Halloween decorations until the 1st of October. And I was like, we're allowed to start decorating for Christmas, it feels like, immediately following Halloween. Why do we got to wait so long to put up Halloween decorations?
It's just a lot of gory stuff for a whole month. You know, like
yeah, but I mean, people love fall. What do you got against Halloween? Like, why not get into the spirit of things?
Yeah, Christmas is more beautiful to look at, but Halloween is fun. So
I will say over the weekend, my neighbors to the right of me put up some Halloween decorations. They've got 2 little ghosts that kind of look like the ghosts from like E.T. You know, when they put a sheet over their heads. They're just like standing in their yards. And then they put some like hay up and like some skeletons in the yard for like a gravesite. So they've already got their decorations up.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is only the 1st of October. Is it too early? 866-445-1059. We know it's not too early for the stores. I mean, they've had the things up for 2 months.
They have.
Yeah.
I mean, even Costco's on to Christmas. Like, you had to have already gotten your Halloween stuff.
Well, and so I put up some lights on my balcony because I don't have a ton of space. But Drew, have you put up your 12-foot skeleton yet? Is the question.
So it has been maneuvered to the front of my garage. Like, this is how hard it is to store. Part of it was in a tough shed. Part of it was in a plastic shed. Part of it was in the garage.
There's a lot.
That's
so
why Drew
much.
has so many sheds.
Yeah, just to store skeleton pieces.
I could have one less shed without the skeleton.
Yeah.
But today it's got to go up. It's going to be an undertaking. Yeah,
Wow.
but
And
we're going 12 feet high today.
Wow.
Nice.
Casey, what do you think? Beefwater, do you think October 1st is fine for decorations? I mean, Halloween is this month.
I don't have any objection to people doing it. I personally don't put my stuff out till closer to Halloween. And I don't know why that is. I don't necessarily have a problem with Halloween. I like it. It's fine. I think a lot of it stems from I don't have a lot of kids in my neighborhood. So I don't have a lot of Halloween action in my neighborhood. I live in everybody's old on my street. So I get like maybe 20 trick-or-treaters.
My whole thing, though, is that if you're going to put up any decorations for Halloween, why do it like a week or 2 prior, because then you just got to tear it down because you can't leave Halloween decorations up after
What
Halloween,
I don't understand, and Drew and I heard somebody talk about this yesterday, people who are getting pumpkins right now.
Oh, it seems
Really. Well, yeah,
100%.
Those things are going to be dead by the 15th.
Especially if you carve them, forget about it.
It is a massive mistake. I mean, even to just have them, we're getting some unseasonal sunshine. It's going to get hot, then it gets damp in the morning, then hot and damp. That thing is going to be leaking on your mat in no time.
Any blemish on that pumpkin is going to turn into a mold patch, and it's over with.
Right. Yeah.
Carved or not.
And then it's just going to stink on your doorstep for the last 2 weeks of October. Hi, it's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Is it too early for Halloween decorations or what?
No, I've had mine up since September.
Damn.
There you go. Yeah.
September.
What have you had up since September? Like skeletons or?
We have like the hangy spooky skeletons, and then like a graveyard, and then like a blow up or pumpkin, and we're gonna keep adding to it. And I have a mask light, looks like Jason's mask, super cool.
Super cool.
So this is a big fan of Halloween.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a process over time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I do understand if you got a lot of stuff, you know, maybe you can't do it all in one night.
Just roll it out a little bit at a time.
But that's going to take you forever to tear down. Just think about that. I always think about that when I'm putting Christmas lights up. I love putting Christmas lights up. It is death taking them down because everything's wet and cold and my hands are frozen.
Yeah, and also like when you're putting up Christmas lights, you're excited about the holidays, and then after Christmas, you're like,
you're depressed, you're poor.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just booty,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I have a weird thing with the Christmas because Christmas lights is my jam. So I love putting them up, but I have the same excitement when I take it down. Like when it's over and I'm packing it up, there's something about the process of
Really?
putting them up and taking them down. Yeah, like
you should come to my house.
by the time it's by the time I'm taking them down, like I'm ready for the season to be over. I'm Christmased out. Like I'm ready for life to get back to normal.
See, I'm bummed because it's so cozy. And now my wife is like Christmas explosion in our house. When that stuff comes down, same thing with Halloween. It's kind of like, it's over already?
Right. I'm the same way. I get kind of sad.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer because Christmas to me represents time off, good food, great sports. You know,
You notice how empty your house is or how your house feels after you take down your Christmas
so
decorations?
empty.
You're like,
Oh,
what?
yeah.
There's nothing even in my house.
Yeah.
Or my wallet.
Yeah. Right.
Everything's
True.
empty.
Yeah.
Is it too early for Christmas decorations? We got some talkback messages through the iHeartRadio app. You can send us one anytime. Just download the iHeartRadio app for your cell phone.
Hey, Brew Crew, Fat Thor here. Heard you guys talking about Halloween. Fun fact, in my family, we call it 31 Days of Horror. So every day, from October 1st to the 31st, we watch horror movies.
I've tried doing
That's
that
a lot
the
of
past
days.
couple of years. Yeah, and it's like just like a random Wednesday night, and I'm like, God, I gotta watch another horror movie.
And you're 7 days in on your like murder. And you're like, I gotta
this is
switch it up.
Too much.
Pretty dark. Gotta switch it up.
But that is a fun thing to do.
No, it's time for the purge.
Yeah.
Happy Thursday.
Yeah.
Well, my neighbors already have them up, but I'm gonna wait like Beefwater. I feel like October 15th, and I'm comfortable
Then
putting
you
up
only
some
got like 2
Halloween.
weeks, and then you gotta take them down.
That's all I need. I don't need more than 2 weeks of Halloween.
No,
That's
guys,
a lot.
just leave the skeleton up till February. You're gonna be fine.
That's what you did.
It's
Yeah, you-
impossible
you
to get
just-
it down. You just
But
add Christmas.
decorate
I
it
added
for
Christmas.
just
so
put
Christmas-
a Santa hat on it or
Right.
whatever. Yeah.
And did no neighbors complain or anything?
By the end, you're kind of getting the
Valentine's skeleton, really, Drew?
Yeah, there's some backhanded stuff going on.
And also, if you've got an HOA, they're not going to be loving
Hey, Drew,
that.
I noticed that you still got the skeleton up.
Like, wow.
I
That's
bet you
cool.
did. It's 12 feet tall. Of course you did. Yeah,
It's a lot to
they're
take
gonna
down.
love when they see that box come out today.
98197 is our lazy boy text line. All right, let's get you this hour's keyword one more time
Okay.
Get that money.
for your chance at $1,000 from the Cash Squatch. What is the Cash Squatch exactly, Beefwater? What is that?
It's what it sounds like. He's a Sasquatch that's loaded.
With
He's
cash.
a Sasquatch that did really good in the .com era. Got out of there, moved to the woods.
Got it.
But he's elusive,
now he's got
though,
money to blow.
so that's why you got to
Right.
enter the
Yeah.
keyword.
Made some wise investments.
Yeah. This hour's keyword for your chance at $1,000 from the Cash Squatch is credit. Log on, 1059thebrew.com. A box will pop up as soon as you get there. Type in the keyword credit, and you could score $1,000.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
big story.
It's now time for the big story, where we go around the room sharing what we think the biggest stories of the day are. I'm going to go first with some lighthearted good news.
Okay.
I like it.
President Jimmy Carter is celebrating his 100th birthday today.
Wow.
He's already the longest living president in U.S. history, first president to reach 100 years old. Big ups to old Jimmy Carter.
Honestly,
old
that's
JC.
It's kind of surprising to me. You'd think that in the history of United States presidents, somebody else would have lived to be 100.
Well, think that 2 presidents who served after him are already dead.
Yeah,
So that's kind of weird as well. I mean, he's
Right.
got longevity.
A star-studded concert was held in Atlanta earlier in September to celebrate his birthday. The B-52s were there. Sean Penn and former
wow.
President Obama all took part in that event.
That's cool.
But Laura said off the air that he's been in hospice for like a year now.
It's been like since January or February of 2023, which
Well, he's
I
a
feel
fighter,
like is a
Laura.
long time to be in hospice.
He is in hospice, but maybe he's doing just good enough to.
I mean,
you know,
that
it's
dude-
not. You don't always have 2 weeks.
They're
left.
like, we got to keep you alive till your 100th birthday.
And that dude was building
because
houses.
You got to
up
make
in-
history.
Up until a few years ago, he was still building houses
Yeah,
with that organization he was working with.
Dude served his country and his causes forever. I mean, if he wants to steal one more year of oxygen,
that's fine.
Let that
I
man
guess.
get it.
Yeah.
So anyway, big ups to old, Jimmy Carter, who's 100 years old today.
Well, let's pile on the good news. The big story for me is Portland ranks as a top 5 foodie city. Surprise, surprise.
Hey, is this like in the country or in the world?
America? World Food Day is October 16th, and in advance, Wallet Hub had released its list of the best foodie cities, and Portland ranks 4th for having some of the best flavors without emptying your wallet.
Nice.
That examines groceries, affordability, things like that, high-quality restaurants, and the number of food festivals per capita.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, Miami in first, followed by San Francisco, Orlando, and then P-Town.
Yeah, Orlando's been coming on, been making these lists a lot, and I didn't realize that Orlando was such a big foodie town, but apparently, you know what Orlando did not make the list of?
What?
That is my big story. UFO sightings.
Oh my.
The online gambling company of all things, BetUS, crunched the numbers from the National UFO Reporting Center to come up with the list of cities that you are most likely to see a UFO. Phoenix, Arizona came in at number 1.
All right.
New York City came in at number 2, which is kind of bonkers to me. You'd think there's too much light pollution to see any UFOs there, but maybe not. In at number 3, Vegas. In at number 4, Portland, Oregon.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So keep your eye on the sky. You might be seeing a UFO out there.
It's an alien highway right here along the coast.
I mean,
Goes right through Seaside.
Gotta love it. Tucson, Arizona came in at number 5. But yeah, Portland, number 4. Most
They're like that
likely
original
city to
Pronto
see.
Puff spot.
Yeah, it is. Weird
Ooh,
stuff goes
I
on
mean,
there.
who wouldn't love a Pronto Pup? I'd come from out of this world to get a Pronto Pup. Yeah.
Well, there you go. I can't say that I have seen UFO.
Me either.
No, not yet. I'm staring up there, though.
Still trying, yeah. Thank you. More on those stories at 1059thebrew.com. Just click on Tanner, Drew, and Laura. All right, coming up in a few minutes, we got some very strange medical stories. One about a bad doctor. One about somebody who had to have something removed from their anus.
Oh, not again.
Not the anus.
God.
So we'll tell you about those stories coming up in less than 5 minutes. Your chance at $1,000 in cash happens right now.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
All right, if you missed a big announcement this morning, we got another Bacon and Beer coming up October 25th, this time at McMenamins Edgefield. Yeah, buddy! It's Bacon and Beer, the Troutdale Chainsaw Massacre.
That's right.
Our Halloween-themed edition, our first Halloween-themed Bacon and Beer.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of prizes to give away, concert tickets, free bacon to everyone who shows up, and we're doing a costume contest, like a huge, huge costume contest. So you got to bring out like that that costume that will take you like a month to put together, you better start figuring that out now.
All the
You got
stops.
25 days.
That's right. Get this thing done. And, when you have a good costume, I feel like you can party harder.
Oh, yeah.
You're just kind of somebody else for the morning.
Totally. Yeah.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, hook up with like a giant oatmeal cookie or something.
Yeah, or like whatever. What's the plant called from Little Shop of Horrors?
That's Audrey too.
Oh yeah.
Feed me,
You get a dance
Seymour.
with an Audrey.
Yeah.
It'd be your lucky day.
Oh, my God. That'd be amazing.
Can I be your Seymour?
Get all the info on Bacon and Beer, the Troutdale Chainsaw Massacre at 1059thebrew.com. All right, there's a couple of medical stories here. One about a doctor who really should have his license revoked.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
And another about a guy who just had to go to the doctor to get something removed from his anus. I don't know a better way to say that.
Not the booty.
Well,
Oh,
if it's upon the booty, just over here, sit down and empty the trunk.
didn't we just hear a story
Yes.
about some other,
Yes.
it was something like lodged up in there?
I don't remember what it was, but I feel like
You
it wasn't
know,
that
it was
long ago.
recent.
The
Yeah.
stats are staggering on these things.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the year when we read them off, it's like, oh man.
What would you like to hear first?
Let's hold that butt for last.
All right.
Yeah, the doctor
news.
who needs his medical license removed.
Then let me tell you about the
Or
Florida
revoked.
doctor who's accused of fatally removing the wrong organ from a patient.
Oh no!
I thought they circle things.
That's what I thought.
And they like write notes on your belly.
I thought that was something that just couldn't happen. You
there's
double
Well, did he get the
check.
wrong chart? Like maybe he had Joe Schmo's chart.
I don't think so.
There should be a series of checks and balances here. Like,
Yeah.
okay, wait, I know you did that. Let me double check, triple check.
So a Florida doctor who's accused of removing a man's liver instead of the spleen, resulting in immediate and catastrophic death, has his medical license suspended.
Do you think?
Suspended.
Why is it just not immediately revoked?
like,
He should be done.
Maybe, yeah. If you can't tell the difference between a liver and a
Yeah,
spleen,
like you.
Oh my goodness.
That's like your only, well, not your only job, but like one of your main
You had
jobs.
one job.
Picking the right organ is a big job
Yeah.
of yours.
Yeah.
And as soon as you pull it out, you're like, hold on, let me try and put that back. Oh God.
I'm like, oh no,
Oh God.
In an emergency order filed September 24th, Florida Surgeon General Joseph Lapato accused Thomas J. Shavonsky of repeated egregious surgical errors and egregious conduct of fabricating medical records. So, like, what happened is he killed this guy because he took out the wrong organ and then tried to, like, doctor it up in the paperwork.
Oh, dude. And I get it. At that point, you're scrambling to save your own life, but you just you screwed it up. You got to take this one on the chin.
I feel like when it's like a human life, you just gotta
It's
wear
done.
it because
Oh, the paperwork actually says he told me to take the liver, not the spleen. Yeah, it's right here.
we had a verbal actually. Yeah, it's not.
Like, what makes you think you can still work that job? Like, it was just a simple mistake. No, going left instead of right is a simple
yeah, but
mistake.
apparently his bosses think he can keep doing that job too because he's only suspended.
But that's got to be like
pending.
what?
It's pending the hearing,
Yeah.
and like because I think to officially strip someone, you have to go through a little pomp and
I
circumstance.
guess.
Yeah, so first off, you're suspended.
Yeah,
And then the next
we're-
step is we're going to get you the hell out of here.
But we're still emptying
At
your
least I
desk
hope.
during your suspension.
Because they say, like I just said a second ago, repeated.
Yeah, you can't keep
issues.
taking the wrong
So
organ.
do you aside from potentially having your license revoked, do you go to prison for this because you did kill someone?
Well, you could. I think you could go to jail for the cover up, for
Yeah.
sure. Because them making the mistake as a doctor gets you kicked out of being a doctor. I'm not sure if it's
Yeah.
not negligent, but hey, this is a repeat offender. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here about that, but it could be in the details. Maybe that's just something they haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah,
Because you're
it's
right,
Like you
it
were
does seem
you were trusted to do this one thing, and you ended
negligent.
a life. Yeah,
It's some sort of negligence.
And they got all these podcasts where it's like the Dr. Death type things where the
Yeah.
person is just nonchalant, nilly-willy about it. It's just surgery. Reach in with your eyes closed.
It's fine.
Oh my God, my pacemaker.
So, anyway, that guy probably not going to be practicing medicine.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah, let's
Much
keep him
longer.
out of the fast lane.
All right, this guy, oh boy. So this guy had to go see a doctor because he got something stuck in his behind.
What did he get stuck
in
up
his
in
bing
there?
bing?
Guy got a glass vase stuck in his buttocks.
There's
like
so many
how?
questions about shape and size of said
Yeah.
vase.
It had to be a pretty thick glass, right? Because that would shatter right in your
Doctors,
badonk.
but you'd think, but
Depends on
doctors
your breathing.
Doctors successfully removed a large glass jar from a man's bowels.
It got all
bowels?
the way up
The man had inserted the pint-sized glass during a sexual act, which would have led to severe bleeding or fatal fatal organ damage if it did shatter inside of him.
Oh, the vase continued to climb.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Deeper
yeah, you
and
can't
deeper.
be using stuff with a tapered edge like that.
Doctors
Holy
managed
crap.
to remove it in full, along with a condom and some lubricant, without breaking the glass.
And one daisy in water. It was amazing. The whole flower came out of that thing.
Maybe this is a weird question, but like, why the condom?
Just trying to have safety first, Laura.
Because I mean, I guess if it broke, then
Maybe there was a part of that. Like,
But if that's even a question, like just in case
Then
this
maybe you shouldn't do it
shatters,
at all.
Yeah.
don't do it.
Exactly.
Like,
It's a glass bag. It's just for remove any debris.
No.
I remember that episode of Scrubs where a guy got a light bulb stuck up there, and apparently that's based on a true story.
Well, and that's like thin glass.
How do you get a light? How do you get a? And look at the X-ray. Come look at the X-ray.
I bet it would light up if he got to jogging.
Oh,
There's an X-ray of this jar in his. Oh no. His pooper. Look at this thing.
Oh, that's like a mason jar.
Yeah, it's a huge glass jar.
Oh,
It's huge.
Man, the width.
We'll put the picture online here at 1059thebrew.com.
Oh my goodness sakes.
It's a cube.
Yeah, it's not even.
Man,
It's so
there
big.
is no
It's so big.
no business end and no safe end. It's just
No.
end.
Right.
I feel
Hard
like
corners
the
here.
insertion would be pretty forceful.
That's not the
right?
first
Like-
thing in there, though. Like, you work
No.
out to
Oh,
that.
you
no,
don't
yeah,
just.
yeah.
That's not. No.
Guy's probably a TV remote.
I mean, that's like a Rubik's Cube for giants.
It's like while you're in there, could you check for a toothbrush I lost a couple of months ago?
Oral B, you'll know the one when you find
I
it.
lost my pager in 99 back there. I'm going to look and check. But just give me a few minutes and we'll put the X-ray online. But that actually happened.
What a keister some people have.
Man, it's lucky.
1059thebrew.com. Hang on.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
1059 The Brew. It's Portland's rock station. Tanner, Drew, and Laura. All right, let's get you $1,000 in cash.
Let's do it.
Or at least the keyword for your chance at that money. You could win just like Catherine from Portland won today.
Oh, my God. Oh, I'm so excited.
And that's got to be a good feeling.
Oh, yeah. Just getting that cash and nowhere that you have to spend it. You
Yeah.
can put it all on yourself.
Yeah, totally. This hour's keyword for your chance at $1,000 from the Cash Squatch is deposit. Go to 1059thebrew.com right now. As soon as you get there, a box will pop up. Type in the keyword deposit, and we could call you back within just a few minutes with $1,000. Good luck. Drew's got sports going up here next. What do you have?
The greatest hitter in the history of baseball has passed away. We'll tell you what happened with Pete Rose.
That's right after Cheap Trick. It's 8:24 on The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake.
It's a bummer sometimes that when people die, actually all the time, when people die, we almost immediately revert back to their worst moment, and then we just touch on that, and we're like, oh, God, embattled, and rest in peace. When really, some people before they had a bad day had a really good day, and sometimes we don't get to look at that. Pete Rose is that guy, Mr. Baseball himself. I mean, Charlie Hustle is what they called the guy. He had 4,256 hits, broke Ty Cobb's record, his own childhood hero. And if you talk about anybody who played baseball in the late 60s, 70s, and even into the early 80s, you practiced and pretended that you were Pete Rose. That was your Michael Jordan if you were into basketball. It's that guy. And he even became the manager of the team that he was a star for, the Cincinnati Reds. But that's when the gambling happened and all that. But we already know that part of the legacy. When it is all said and done, now that he is gone, the sad thing is, I bet he gets into the Hall of Fame. He's the greatest hitter of all time. He paid the price of never, while he was alive, knowing that he would be enshrined in Canton. But come on now. He is Charlie Hustle.
You know what Hall of Fame he is in? The WWE Hall of Fame.
As he should be. And because he went through a time where he had to get a paycheck because baseball closed its door on him. But tip of the cap to Pete Rose. And beyond the gambling, a hell of a player. Last night, a doubleheader in football. The opener, the Titans putting the crush on the Miami Dolphins as they're reeling and looking for answers. As Tua, their quarterback, still in concussion protocol. And I'm not sure I saw his eyes tracking last night. So even in street clothes. In the nightcap, though, Jared Goff and company pulling out all the stops. He did not miss a pass yesterday. And then also, why just throw touchdowns when you can catch them?
Seattle's got to make a stop. Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to throw it back to Goff. Who had that on the bingo card? Touchdown Lions.
That's right, Joe Buck.
Yeah.
But good look for the Lions as they keep on improving and look to be a force in the North where everybody seems to be winning games. There's your sports.
Thank you much. All right, you have until 9 o'clock this morning to get this hour's keyword in for your chance to win $1,000 from the Cash Squatch. Already had a couple of local winners here this morning, so
nice.
It could be you next. The keyword is deposit. Log on to 1059thebrew.com right now. Enter the keyword deposit, and then keep an eye on your cell phone because we could call you back within minutes with the cash. Good luck from Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. we're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for...
Happy Tuesday. This morning, Bacon and Beer, the Troutdale Chainsaw Massacre was announced. I'm excited, man. It's going down October 25th at McMiniman's Edgefield. We've never been to McMiniman's Edgefield before. The last Bacon and Beer was at McMiniman's in Forest Grove.
Yeah, the Grand Lodge location.
Yeah, but this one is like their big one, right?
This is the
big.
And no offense to Forest Grove because it was great, and that's the first time I ever slept over there. But this is the big bro. You know, this is the grande.
Yeah.
If you're going to one or the other, this is the bigger one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's going down between 6 and 10 a.m. Everyone who shows up gets free bacon. We've got lots of concert tickets to give away, a free trip to Las Vegas, and a massive costume contest.
That's right. So don't skimp on the costume.
And we're all involved. I mean, we're not going to win any prizes, but
Yeah, right.
we're committed.
Yeah, and I don't like dressing up, and they convinced me to do it this year because I can't be the only guy there with that, not in a costume.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't be a square.
The old kid acting thespian in me is like, unlock dork mode.
I'm surprised, Tanner, that you don't like dressing up. That seems like something that would be right up your alley.
Yeah,
because you did.
never...
You acted. You like
Yeah.
superhero movies. You check every box but Halloween.
I don't know why. I just have never. I always felt silly.
Too cool for school.
But you're gonna look silly in front of all your peers.
Yeah.
Yep.
At
And
Bacon and Beer.
I've already been fitted for the costume, so get all the info on Bacon and Beer, the Troutdale Chainsaw Massacre, online at 1059thebrew.com. All right, I got here a list, Drew. You've said things to your wife, Amy, before that you maybe regret.
Of course, been together for 100 years,
Yeah.
and I'm a big mouth.
We're all human.
Yeah, I say a lot of things I don't mean and should take back.
Laura, I'm assuming when you were married, your husband said things to you that he regrets.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I don't feel like, well, you can't stay in a relationship if you feel that someone believes every stupid thing they say.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you're mad and somebody says something that hurts your feelings, you fire back,
It
and you don't
happens.
always mean that.
Yeah, like
it
if we
happens
broke
all
up,
the time.
every time somebody said something mad, we'd break up every
It'd be
day.
just done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you got to be able to breathe it
Yeah.
off.
Well, a list came out, actually a couple lists. There are, it's a list of 10 phrases most husbands regret saying to their wives.
Okay.
Okay.
And then there
Feeling I've done this.
9 common husband behaviors that drive most wives up the wall.
That sounds
Okay.
like a personal problem.
And we'll see if your ex-husband, Laura, meets any of these.
Okay.
I'm sure he does if he's been fired
He
from
was
the
he was a
team.
very nice man.
Well, the 10 phrases that most husbands regret saying to their wives. We'll start at 10 and work our way up. Number 10 is, that's not my problem. So like if they say something and you're like, that's not my problem, and you walk out of the room and go make a sandwich, it's probably kind of a dick move.
Yeah, and I think that's grounds to get into it, right? Because if you say that, then they're going to bring up all of your problems that they solve for you, and my list is long, so I don't want to open up that
Yeah, and that's pretty cold and uncaring. Like, you should at least try.
Yeah, and sometimes even if it's not your problem, it's like it is your problem because it's our problem.
We're a
you
team
know what I mean?
here,
Yeah.
whether you like it or not, bucko.
Unless you're overreacting, you can take that crap somewhere else.
Yeah, take a breath.
That's probably also on the list. You're overreacting.
Number 9 on the list of 10 phrases most husbands regret saying to their wives is, you're acting crazy.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
C
that's
word.
not.
I would rather go with something a little craftier, like ridiculous or unreal. That way, I can fight back on what that means.
I was gonna say, you
crazy
have to,
or
you
you
can't just-
lunatic.
That's
It's
not
hard.
good.
That's hard.
That's not good. You got to at least have like reasoning to back it up. You can't just call me crazy and be like, "All right, I'm done."
But I can't.
You know,
I can't
like,
say I haven't called everyone I ever dated crazy.
I
at
think
some
I've.
point.
I think I was.
But I mean, that's like red flag number 1, right? When you're dating somebody new and all they do is like, my last girlfriend was crazy. I'd be like, I bet she was. I bet all your ex-girlfriends are crazy.
Like, that's what he says.
At
When
what
you
point?
do
At what
stuff-
point do you like flip around the mirror and be like, maybe you're the crazy
You're the crazy one.
bro.
I see.
Like, you know what I mean?
I dated an alcoholic for a few years, and we're good friends now. She's sober and has been for a long time.
You had to have told her she was crazy.
I
a time
definitely
or
like
two.
you're acting crazy.
She's like trying to smoke a cig in the doorway to make a point.
We're crying, and we're like, or she's crying, and we're at a Denny's.
All I smell is white wine and lies. Get out of here.
Like, she just was kind of nutty.
She's probably
when
crying
she was
because you took her to
drinking.
Denny's again.
Well, you know.
She liked the Grand Slam. What am I going to say?
Honestly, when you're drinking, Denny's is fine.
Number 8 on the list of 10 phrases most husbands regret saying to their wives is "you're too sensitive." Just saying their emotions are, just
Well, there is a
saying their
time where you
emotions don't
guys are
matter.
being, just like for like a week out of the month, you're being extremely sensitive, and
Sure,
it
but
is
that's
tough to never bring that up because it's like, well, you're treating me completely different than you do at other times, so. Like at an hour into looks and breathing, like it's hard not
You're saying
to
like,
say.
well, what's so wrong with pointing out the obvious?
Just like you're being emotional right now, so like maybe let's circle back on
it's
this.
like telling somebody you need to calm down. That is going to do the opposite of what you are intending it to.
But
You just
it's a
have to-
proven
and also,
fact
and
that
I-
you're being irrational for a week.
Okay, I get it. Like, that's a biological thing that, like, you have to deal with. I am so sorry. You think we like it? We don't.
Yeah, but that's
we don't.
deflecting onto others. I think that at times you have to.
I think you
have
just
to realize
you have to
that.
treat people with grace when they're having those moments. You just do. I'm sorry.
No.
You just have to.
You can be graceful, but you don't have to pretend that reality doesn't exist in
It's
the
fine,
room.
but saying that
Like, oh,
hey,
I'm
you're
gonna go
being
walk
too
away every day.
sensitive, there's got to be a better way to phrase that. I'm just saying.
Seems graceful enough.
Number 7 is you need to relax. That's another one that probably is not going to help.
That's when they pop off about the first thing.
Especially
and
when you
tell them to relax.
Exactly. Yeah,
and
you're
relax.
just compounding the
Yeah.
problem.
Like if somebody says it to me in like a condescending way, like you need to relax. Like that's when I'm gonna flip.
Yeah,
if
you
it was
right
like
there.
you need to
Someone-
relax, like have a spa day. Okay.
If you're
But,
going
like,
to tell someone to relax, you have to already be going at it or knowing that you are putting the final chess piece into now we're going to fight about it. Because
Right.
if you say relax, you're going to fight about it.
Number 6 on this list of 10 phrases most husbands regret saying to their wives is "you're being so dramatic." Which
These
is
are
a lot-
all associated to the point I've been arguing here. How can we tell you that it's a little aggressive right now without any of the lines?
I think it's just like maybe don't like, back off on the you language. You know what I mean? Be like
We
you
are having a hard week.
I feel like I'm not being heard by you because you.
But
look,
then,
X, Y, and Z.
but 2 days later, you guys come out of this cloud and you're super nice, and you're that person I met. See, it's
Is it
different.
all so like?
Someone's refusing to.
No. I mean, I'm not. I know I'm not denying that is like that's just a fact of life, and you just have to put up with. If you're gonna be in a relationship with a woman, I'm so sorry. You just have to deal with it. You know what I
See-
mean? To a certain degree, but. Also, we can be that. I don't like the period as an excuse. It's like we can be bitches without, you know.
Oh,
what I
yeah,
mean?
some of you
Like,
guys do it every day.
Yeah, right.
But
so
I'm
I
not-
mean,
but-
blaming it on physiological things is kind of unfair. I think personally.
I don't like when people say the word period.
Yeah.
It makes me uncomfortable.
You're 42 years old.
I know. I should
highly
be over it,
offended, though.
Number 5 is the list of 10 phrases most husbands regret saying to their wives.
Yeah.
Drew doesn't seem to be one of them. Is why are you still holding it against me?
Oh, okay. I mean,
Okay,
that
you have
is
to have
fair.
done
If you're-
something.
Yeah, if you're holding something above someone's head, that's not okay.
Now,
know what
if
I
you,
mean?
but hold on, and I'll go to the other side of this and not sit and just defend dudes. If you've done something to put yourself on that list, you got to realize that you do something egregious enough. Like if you're going Dave Grohl, then you have to realize they're going to
Yeah.
say that.
Your
if you want to
actions have
stay together,
consequences.
That's gonna be.
Yeah.
She's gonna bring that up for a couple of
A
years.
long
At least
time.
18 years if you're Dave Grohl.
And if
you know what I mean.
if she gets good and wine drunk, it could be 30 years from now.
Right.
Like but you made your bed there.
The fourth thing that a lot of husbands regret saying to their wives is, "I don't have time for this right now." You know, just like you start nagging or whatever the guy
that
considers.
goes, I feel like that
nagging
goes
and-
both ways. You know, it's like 'cause
Gotta have
I
time for
I
each
can
other.
definitely, but I would absolutely say that to somebody probably. Like if it's like we are out in public or we're getting ready to do something and like
Yeah.
you start arguing. I don't have
Gotta
time.
lock it down.
I don't have time.
Shut
for
it
this right
down.
now. I can see myself saying something like that.
Yeah, you have that one person in the relationship who's like, "Can we just talk right now?" And you're
I'm like,
pulling you out of a
"No."
restaurant, like, "Get off my arm."
No.
Here we go. Here are the top 3 things that
Okay.
the top 3 things that most husbands regret saying to their wives. Number 3 is you should put more effort into your appearance.
Oh no! I mean, yikes!
I
If you're
will
just gonna-
not lay on that grenade.
If you're just gonna like say it flat out like that. Like there's gotta
Okay,
be.
but
like,
what if he
you
takes her to like a work company party or something and she's wearing sweaties?
Yeah, that would
well,
be a
right,
problem.
Then you don't say, yeah, but I mean, in that case, you're like, hey, just let you know.
Laura, you got to tiptoe around
There's
Laura.
a black tie event. Maybe take off the Crocs.
But
you know?
you gotta say that, like you and I were talking off the air yesterday. In a relationship, it is everyone's responsibility to keep up yourself for yourself and your partner.
100%.
So
and
if you're being a slobotron and you don't care about what that does to
right,
me,
but again, but it's like, what if someone said to you, like, you need to like look better, like why you're letting yourself go? There are
Your front butt is looking thick.
There are kinder ways to go about dealing with that.
you lump.
Yeah, you're looking like a lump.
The
up with that?
second thing that most husbands regret saying to their wives: "Stop nagging me so much." And the number one thing.
I feel like some of those others are worse than the nagging, but I don't say nagging.
Why are you nagging me?
Why are you nagging me?
Just a lot from you.
The number one phrase that men apparently regret saying to their wives is, "You're overreacting."
Yeah.
There it is.
Take a spin on a cyclone.
I didn't mean to hit that. I meant to hit this.
That's what I say when you're overreacting.
Why don't you go take a spin on the cyclone?
Take a spin on a cyclone.
Maybe if you asked me to take a spin on the cyclone a little bit more often and told me to stop overreacting less, then maybe we'd be in a happier place.
That's probably
I wanna ride the
partially
cyclone.
true there.
Someone-
the cyclone solves a lot.
Take me to Coney Island.
7448 says Drew's the one being the drama queen here.
Uh-oh.
Nice. Just because I said you don't have to, you don't have to
never
beat around the bush.
You never have to feel bad about anything you say.
I don't think you. What? That is what you drew out of this conversation?
That's what I
I just said that
drew
you
out
are
of this
allowed to point out when something is irrationally different than normal, all because of a singular event. You don't need to rub it in anyone's face. But
Yeah.
if we're going to ignore the elephant in the room, you probably ignore a ton of other things that are going to annoy the living daylights out of me as well.
It's not about
So
what you say, it's about how you say it. That's my only point.
I'm very
You know what I mean?
tactful in my calm downs, Laura. I promise you.
All right. Okay.
You
Next
don't
time I
believe-
see Amy, I'm going to ask her.
What's something
well, we're
that,
still happily married all these years later.
That's fair.
What's something that you regret saying to your wife? You can shoot us a text message at 98197.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
1059 The Brew. Portland's rock station. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Laura, if you won $1,000 right now, and let me make it clear, you're not eligible to win because you work here.
I know.
But if you weren't an employee, what would you spend $1,000 on if you won?
Well, I'm going to a NASCAR race in less than 2 weeks now, so I would
right.
probably buy all the merch.
I would assume NASCAR
And
merch
so
is
much
just as
beer.
expensive as concert merch.
I mean,
it's gotta be.
probably, yeah.
Because people think, NASCAR, they talk like this, they don't have money. They have money, they
They have
just happen
enough.
to love
That's an expensive
cars.
sport.
Cars
It
are
is,
expensive.
to drive NASCAR, for sure.
So
But yeah, I'd
and just
probably...
to buy NASCAR.
when you're there, you're gonna maybe get like a big foam finger and some beers.
Oh, yeah, all the things.
All the things.
So, but apparently you can take your own beer into the raceway, so that's cool. Yeah, you can,
They
like,
do it
tailgate.
right.
For real?
I know, I'm saying. You can, they have like dimensions of like how big your cooler can be, but that's it.
Imagine that. I'm going to
Wow.
a Duck game Friday. If you could just bring your own sweet cooler in.
Awesome.
Pandemonium.
They've got it figured out over there. Well, what would you spend the $1,000 on if you were to win? Think about it, because coming up here in just like 3 minutes and 52 seconds, you're going to hear another keyword from the Sasquatch. As soon as you hear it, you got to log on to 1059thebrew.com to win $1,000. It's right after Green Day on The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake.
Whoa.
Oh, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Bing, bing. Bong, bong. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura, and we did announce bacon and beer this morning.
Yeah, we did.
The Troutdale, Texas. Wait, what?
Troutdale chains. Troutdale.
Troutdale. I can't speak right now.
I can't speak either.
The Troutdale Chainsaw Massacre.
That is what it is. Yes.
Yeah. Only took us 30 times.
We get there eventually. That's our motto.
That's all that matters.
It's going down October 25th at McMiniman's Edgefield. We're super stoked for the first time having a bacon and beer Halloween themed party and the first time being out at Edgefield. So
Yep.
Come on out. Everyone who shows up gets free bacon. We've got a huge a huge costume contest going on. A lot of concert tickets to give away. And someone's going to win that trip to Las Vegas.
Boom.
Yeah.
Ready for that.
Get all the info on Bacon and Beer, the Troutdale Chainsaw Massacre at 1059thebrew.com. We're commercial free. Thanks to our friends over at Lazy Boy.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
It's Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. Tanner, Drew, and Laura. I saw yesterday, Laura and I were talking about this. Oasis has officially announced some U.S. shows.
Pretty light spackling.
Yeah.
It's very light. It's
3 shows, right? Just 3?
3 shows, New Jersey, which is basically New York City, L.A., and Chicago.
So you can't afford those tickets.
Nah.
I mean, that's going to be an absolute nosebleed.
Right. Like rich people are going to those shows.
Yeah. You got to be extra rich and privileged because you got to get through to get the ticket.
But man, we could see a fight. Who knows? We could see a Jane's Addiction type situation.
Oh my God.
You never know.
I was just
I'm rooting for it.
I think it was Porno for Pyros, or is that the order of the band name?
Yeah.
The bassist of that band was like, Perry Farrell is the worst frontman I've ever worked with. So apparently he's just an absolute train wreck. I don't know if he's ever worked with Liam or Noel Gallagher, because they could be worse, but I
don't
guess
think
we'll find out.
And I could be wrong, but I don't think they're smackheads. So that helps.
No, I just think they hate each
true.
other.
Yeah.
I think hate is their drug.
Which is lame when you're brothers.
Right.
Yeah, that does suck.
Right?
'cause
Like,
they're kinda
and I
stuck
don't know what
together.
your parents' situation is, but my mom would not be having it if we're like, no, we don't talk forever.
That probably explains like the very limited number of tour dates, right? Though.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
Because it's like
Hopefully
we're doing
they
this
add
because
some.
money.
Well, we'll see how it goes. If we hear anything, you'll hear something right here on The Brew. And then if it does happen, we'll of course have tickets, right, Beefwater?
Well, let's hope so. They got to make it through it first. They're doing the test drive.
Uh-huh.
We'll see if we don't murder each other after these 4.
Right.
Yeah.
And then if
'cause
things are going, we'll
It would be
book
nice.
a few more.
It would be nice to get like a Seattle or something. I mean,
Gorge.
at least send
Oh, the Gorge would be great.
amazing.
Oh, my
Sleepover.
God.
Come on.
Hard to
Oh, my
believe
God.
that they would pass up the Northwest entirely. I would definitely see Seattle over Portland.
Oh, for sure. They're not coming to Portland. I don't think.
But there's no reason why they couldn't do. I mean, man, they would sell like.
It would.
It would sell
would.
perfect.
Multiple nights wherever you are
Yeah.
if you want it.
I think once they if these all go through successfully, we get these shows over with successfully, I think they'll probably go on like a North American tour. And they'll roll through Portland and the Moda Center or the Gorge or something
They're
like that.
playing baseball stadiums, though.
Yeah.
Like they're playing
See, they
very
could then.
large venues.
Maybe they could do Providence Park.
That's
I don't
true.
know.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
Yeah, from MetLife down to Providence, but we can, a boy can dream.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Oh, I guess football. I guess
Money's money.
Football.
And they
for
haven't,
sure.
you got to think about it. They haven't toured in a long time, and they're probably trying to rake in. This is probably why it's happening in the first place. They're
Yeah.
broke.
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
But yeah, they haven't toured in North America since 2008.
Okay, so you're in a
So it's
band, you're
been-
successful, you've been on the beach for a little while, and you're just seeing these dudes come out of nowhere and just mop up money by the truckload.
Yeah, right.
You're telling me
Tens of
that
millions.
doesn't go like, you know what? I mean, we could easily get a slice of that pie.
2 months. If you could
Right.
just deal with each other for
Yeah.
2 months and make millions of dollars.
Multiple millions of dollars.
Look at Guns N' Roses. Like, oh yeah, we can't coexist. How about for $30 million each?
They're like,
Yeah, right.
Sure, let's do it.
I guess.
Again, if we hear anything about Oasis coming to Portland, you'll find out about it right here on The Brew. Get more info on the reunion shows if you're lucky enough to be able to go to something like that.
Yeah.
The Big O.
1059thebrew.com. We're commercial free thanks to Lazy Boy with Collective Soul.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
All right, all this week, we've got tickets to go see Breaking Benjamin and Stained at the Moda Center coming up here on the 9th. That is, what is that, Wednesday?
That's Wednesday night, baby.
Next Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the show. If you want to go, we're going to play our new game called Celebrity Cash coming up next.
Nice.
It's a very simple game. We're just going to list off some celebrities, and you just have to tell us who has the higher net worth.
Yeah, who's got a bigger wad?
Yeah. Yeah, like yesterday, the first two people were Al Pacino and Robert De Niro.
Which was tough.
Yeah, because like they've both been around a long time. They've been in some of the same movies. Have they been in?
Yeah, they were
movie?
in. They shared a Godfather movie, even though they're in different parts of it.
All right, so yeah, Robert De Niro's worth $500 million. Al Pacino's still got a lot of money, but only $120 million.
Aren't they both in Heat? Is De Niro in Heat?
Yeah, De Niro's in Heat.
Yeah, and Pacino's the cop.
Okay.
That was a great movie.
Yeah.
That was one of the first movies where your surround sound made your skin tingle. Dropping bullet
Wait,
shells.
hold on. Is De Niro in Heat? Hold on.
Hold on, we'll find out.
Because now I'm thinking of
Val
Taxi.
Kilmer's in it.
I know Val Kilmer's in it. Now
I think he's the main bad guy.
He is in
Yes,
it?
he is in
okay,
it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And because there's a scene where Pacino and De Niro see each other in an alley, and it's like, we got an understanding. You're way down there, but I'm looking for you.
So you'd think they've been around a long time. They
They'd be
both have
somewhat
the
close.
same kind of money, but no, Robert De Niro, quite a bit more.
Well, you know, Al Pacino keeps knocking people up. He's got to pay all that child support.
He's got bills to pay.
All right, callers 1011, actually just 1011. You get to play coming up next. 866-445-1059 is the phone number. On the line here are tickets to go see Breaking Benjamin and Stained. We'll play Celebrity Cash coming up right after Jimmy Eat World. Happy Tuesday. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford.
All right. We've got some tickets to give away here. We got tickets to go see Breaking Benjamin and Stained all week long. It's time to play our brand new game called Celebrity Cash. So, celebrities are worth more money than you.
Yeah, that's a lot of cash going on.
So much.
Simple and true statement.
I'm looking at the salaries, or like their net worth rather, of some of these people, and it's like, man, what's that like? What is that like to be a millionaire? You got $500 million in the bank, Robert De Niro. What's that like?
I was thinking about this too. It's like, what is it like to have so much money and still want more?
Yeah.
Like,
because they still seem to crave. I feel like that's what a lot of these comedians are doing. Actors are just chasing something, and it's not
but
money.
it's like, yeah, because it's like you get to a point where it's like it doesn't matter if you have any more money.
To them, it's not even real, though. You know, we had a comedian in here the other day who said that Meryl Streep still owes him $20 because she wanted a sandwich and never has money in her life because somebody has a card with this unlimited zeros on it.
Right.
But if the card's not there, you're like, what is money?
Yeah.
I've heard that. Like without the card, they just don't know what to do.
Totally lost.
All right. Well, let's meet our contestant and see if he can figure this out today. He's calling from, she is calling from Sweet Home.
Woohoo!
Her name is Jamie. Good morning, Jamie.
Good morning.
All right, Jamie. So, are you into celebrity gossip? Do you know how much money people have, or are you not up on that stuff?
Well, yesterday I got them all right, and I wasn't on the phone with you, so we'll see how I can do today.
Okay.
You got to get at least 3 out of 5 to win, and if you lose, you have to listen to us give your tickets to somebody who did absolutely nothing.
Whoa.
All right.
Hopefully that's not the case.
All right, Jamie. Here we go. Celebrity cash. Who is worth more? Dwayne Johnson or Tom Cruise?
Ooh, that one's hard.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson
I'm
or
gonna-
Tom Cruise?
I'm going to go with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Is Dwayne The Rock Johnson richer than Tom Cruise? Yes, he is.
Oh, nice.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson's got $800 million. Tom Cruise only $600 million. You
a
guys.
modest $600
Surprises
million.
me since he's so high up in the Scientology spindle.
Yeah.
1-0.
Who is worth more money, Jamie? Brad Pitt or Will Smith?
That's a good one.
I'm going to go with Will Smith on that one.
Is Will Smith worth more? No. I'm sorry. Brad Pitt is worth $400 million. Will Smith only $350 million.
Oh, that was close, though.
Oh, that's close.
I'd like to say Jada took some.
All right.
1-1.
Who is worth more? Chris Hemsworth or Ben Affleck? She's typing that in there.
You better not be typing.
Are you typing in
You
the
better be
computer?
typing.
Ben Affleck.
Is Ben Affleck worth more?
Oh.
Yes. Ben Affleck's worth 150. Chris Hemsworth 130. What are you doing? Are you on the computer?
Put your hand.
No
put your little
Googling.
fingers in the air.
I'm folding papers.
All right.
Okay, well,
Likely
that crinkle sounded a lot like your home row.
Let's move on to some musicians. Who is worth more money, Jamie? Bruce Springsteen or Billy Joel?
Oh, come on now.
Bruce Springsteen.
Is Springsteen worth more? Yes, he is. Yeah, is that it?
I think that's it.
Yeah, Springsteen's worth $1.1 billion.
Yeah.
He sold his stuff.
Dang.
Billy Joel only $250 million.
Yeah, because, Bruce Springsteen just sold his music catalog for $500 million.
But if Billy Joel's a broke bitch compared to Bruce Springsteen.
If Billy Joel wanted to tour more, he just does like 6 shows at Madison Square
Yeah.
Garden and goes home.
And then calls it. Yeah.
He thinks he's a terrible musician, but he's awesome. So if he wanted, he could have more.
He could.
Congratulations, Jamie. You just got tickets to go see Breaking Benjamin and Stained. Be Breaking STD is the known on the street.
Ta-da!
Stada! Do you think when they come out on stage,
please welcome
Stada!
Yeah,
Stada.
definitely.
Yeah.
Also known as STD hashtag.
Hang on the
Everybody
phone.
get on board with the STD.
We'll get you information. We'll see you at the show next Wednesday.
Thank you.
Who would have thought STD tickets?
Yeah, right.
What a time to be alive.
And it sucks that it's a Wednesday. Like, I hate going to shows on school nights, but I still do it because, I don't, like Limp Bizkit, I wasn't going to miss.
Yeah.
You know, Green Day I wasn't going to
There's
miss.
some things you just can't.
But you'd love that Saturday morning or that Sunday morning to recoup.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But whatever.
You got to grind sometimes.
That next Thursday is going to be a little rough because I'm going to the show too, Jamie. So, we'll, you know.
You guys will shake together on Thursday morning.
Right. All right, hang on the phone.
She's like, right now I'm doing origami. I can't talk
she's like,
to you
I don't
guys.
have a job. I don't care.
Well, there you go. It's very exciting.
Well, I hope she's got a job folding. What the hell is she
Hold on,
folding?
yeah,
She's a
Jamie.
professional paper folder.
Do you have a job, or are you just folding like?
You're just folding.
You're just anxious.
No, I just fold her file. No, I'm working. I folding statements, sending people's bills out.
Oh, you send bills out.
Oh, bills.
Wow.
You should have told us you're the Grim Reaper.
What kind of business are you in?
I work at a small radiator shop, and
A radiator shop.
Yeah.
And these people owe you.
Have there
Time to pay the
Have there
piper.
been some people who haven't paid their bill in months, and you just keep sending the same person the same thing over and over again?
No, we're pretty fortunate with our customers. So
That's good.
Small business.
Like, we'll
and
take
sweet
your
home.
car before we get a headache. We will repo your stuff.
All right, Jamie, hang on the phone. We'll get your information.
All right.
Those are the hands of bad news. You owe us $1,800.
Yeah.
At least
for a
it's not-
leaky hose.
At least she doesn't work for like the IRS or something.
Yeah, way more folding.
Dude, I checked.
So much folding.
I hate the mail so much, like the snail mail. I checked it yesterday, and I only check it about once or twice a week because it's all bills and
I
coupons.
bet your postman loves
Jamie's folded bills.
Yeah, there was one day. There was like a couple of weeks where I forgot. It was like 2 weeks,
Ew,
and he was just
yeah.
like shoving things into the mailbox. He wasn't even worried about betting stuff. He was so irritated.
Yeah, I'm sure he loves that.
Yeah, but I've been on
Cursing
top
your
of it
name.
since then. But it's just like a bunch of garbage. It's just garbage.
See, that's why I send out snail mail for like birthday cards and Christmas because I feel like all you get is bills and junk mail. So
It
it's
is nice to see
get
something
like
like
a
that.
cute
Building a
little
beaver
card.
dam in Tanner's mailbox
Yeah.
with all those hard
Stop
pieces
sending
of
me
cardboard.
stuff.
For the
Too much
love of God,
trash.
check your mail.
No, that is the stuff I like to get, but you don't get much of that anymore.
I
It's
know,
rare,
yeah.
and I just can't stand snail mail, and I'm looking forward to the day where we don't do it anymore. You know, because it's literally 90% garbage that they send you.
You know, downtown Tina Brown would be very disappointed
I'm
to hear you
sorry,
say that because
Today's
she
supposed
works
to
for
be
the
her
postal
big
office.
day. I know. And we're so proud of her too, because last week on Thursdays, downtown Tina Brown celebrated 20 years of being sober from meth.
Which
Woo,
is
that's awesome.
we learned only 5% of people have the ability to do.
Mm-hmm.
That
So,
makes
yeah.
her elite.
Right. Big ups to her.
But still, the mail business is in peril.
Yeah.
Yeah, the price of stamps. Oh my God.
Holy.
Goodness sakes.
Anyway, what were you saying? I felt like I was building up to something.
We were talking about Jamie and how she folds bills.
Yeah, she's a folder. That's it.
She's a
We were
folder.
building around something.
Well, I guess that was it.
I don't know where.
Real quick, I want to tell you about my friends over at the Advocates. The weather is changing fast, and we only have a handful of nice days left, right? And what's the last thing you want to be doing? Sitting on the phone inside, battling with an insurance company, just to get, something that you rightfully deserve. It's super frustrating. So if you're injured in a car accident, skip that drama and call the Advocates, because they're the ones who will make sure that you're taken care of. These insurance companies, they can be difficult. They have no problem taking your money and promising you that if something happens, they'll help you out. But when time comes, all of a sudden they're like, oh, we don't want to pay you. It's so irritating. It's like that's the one thing you're paying them for, and now you don't want to do it. Well, that's because you're just a number to them, and they're it's going to affect their bottom line if they pay you. So they're trying to avoid that, and that's why you need an advocate, because they've been doing this for a long time. They know exactly what to say and what to do, and will work tirelessly to get you everything that you deserve, because they don't get paid until you win. They've gotten over $100 million for their clients and would love for you to be one of them. So if you've been injured in a car accident, call the Advocates. You can check them out at advocateslaw.com. The consultation's free, no cost to you at all. advocateslaw.com.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Now, what's trending?
All right, online at 1059thebrew.com, you'll be able to hear our Donkey Show podcast. We're going to record a brand new one here in a few minutes. It's the show after the show, totally unedited and uncensored. And you'll be able to check that out at around 11 o'clock at 1059thebrew.com.
Yeah, buddy.
Also online, what did we play this morning? I feel like I have...
We played... I can't remember.
Laura, you're supposed to be the seal
It's
trap
just-
around
You're supposed to be
here.
the
It's
smart
just
one here.
been so long. That was like
I know.
3 hours ago.
It was. It feels like years.
Anyway, that video will be online at 1059thebrew.com.
It's actually, that really bothers me that I don't know.
I know. I don't remember what happened 20 minutes ago. So people say, like, they'll come to me like later on in the day. Hey, what'd you guys talk about today?
It's like,
I have no idea.
I live my life in concussion protocol.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what's happening.
Like I can if I sit and thought about it, I'm sure I can figure it out. But
You know what we talked about? We talked about the jar that man
Oh,
got
that's right.
stuck in his
Oh,
backside.
yeah. How could you forget?
So-
How could we all forget the ultimate storage
Yeah.
container?
Well, it's online for everyone to
Yeah.
remember forever.
this man got a mason jar stuck in his anus, and you can see the actual X-ray at 1059thebrew.com. The doctor successfully got it out of there without breaking it. I do not know how.
You know when you're
But they did
making
it.
jam and things get just rowdy?
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Not
here.
really, actually.
No.
That's why they
No.
named it jam. Originally, it was just preserves.
You know what? It makes sense now.
Also online, you can see the official trailer for Elton John, Never Too Late. It's on Disney Plus.
Oh, nice.
It's a good
yeah.
transition.
And this is pretty funny. A backdrop comes crashing down during a best man speech at a wedding.
Oh no!
Oh,
You want to hear it?
Did he rally through or did he quit?
It's only 27 seconds. We'll find out.
And I got your back. Cheers.
They're hugging,
So it's over.
hugging it out. And
It just keeps coming.
well, it looks like what happens is when the best man comes behind the table to hug the groom and the bride, he
Like bumps. Something.
it's like his foot catches the drapes that are on the wall behind him.
And just starts a snowball effect.
And when he pulls his leg away, the whole thing comes down with it. And then another pole falls and whacks the bride in the head.
Oh, no.
That's that
Shot.
second last like crash you hear. First one falls, and here's the head drop. Boom.
Yikes. Ow.
Right on her head.
Ah.
Oh, it's your big special day. You got a big welt on your head
Put a
now.
damper on things.
Kaboom.
Well, hopefully they've already taken the pictures.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Usually you get that out of the way first, so maybe no egg in the shot.
Yeah.
Exactly. 1059thebrew.com. Just click on Tanner, Drew, and Laura. All right, tomorrow we've got more tickets to see Breaking Benjamin and Stained. We'll play the Celebrity Cash Game coming up at 7:30 tomorrow morning. We want to know tomorrow, what's the pettiest reason you've ever called the cops on somebody, or the reason they were ever called on you?
Ooh, some good ones.
Juicy stories.
Yeah, we'll take those calls at 8. Your next chance to win $1,000 from the Cash Squatch, though, is coming up next. As soon as you hear the keyword, you got to log on to 1059thebrew.com to win. And that's right after Sublime. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Bye.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura